Try to forgive them for their sins. Children. Try to forgive them for their sins. Children. Try to forgive them for their sins. Children. Try to forgive them for their sins. Bambinis. They're tiny little sardines inside tins. God bless. I've never seen anything like it, like I've shared in other videos too. The most selfish time in the adult society in the entire history of watching society for 13 years. 99.9% of the moving adult society have ultimately no emotion, no compassion, and refuse the truth. Refuse to detect any kind of music or art whatsoever. It's just like Game of Thrones. They're the White Walkers on their walk of shame from the Game of Thrones too. They have no emotion. They don't have 5 seconds or 5 cents for anything at all other than themselves. I watched Society for 13 years, and this is what's going on. 99.9% of the moving adult society are narcissists. They can see, hear, and feel a maximum distance away from themselves of 1 single meter. I've never seen anything like it in my entire journey through 32 lands. The most selfish time in the adult society, excuse me, of all time. To find one of them with any kind of pulse in their hearts whatsoever is almost impossible. They choose instead to keep walking, checking the ground, avoid all contact with emotion, avoid all contact with compassion, and avoid all contact with music and art too. This is a true report of what's going on in the adult society, who have never been more empty in the entire journey of me watching them for 13 years. They have ultimately no emotion whatsoever, no compassion whatsoever. In this exact position where I'm sitting now as a writer of 25 songs in this square, approximately, and many more titles too, they choose not to detect anything at all. They can see and hear very clearly. I'm repeating God Help the Children, Dio Eats Bambini. They refuse to detect even that on repeat. This book right here, which I was introduced to by my friend, my brother, Angelo, the banjo player. They can't see that on the ground or what it says. 3 single words. They can't hear 3 single words in their own language. They wouldn't walk over and offer that 10 cents if I paid them to. And that's what's going on in the adult society. Senza anima, senza Dio in Italiano. They are soulless and godless. They're moving through life in a complete and total emotionless void with no pulse in their hearts. They fiercely reject the truth. Any kind of truth, la verita pericolo, they fiercely reject it. They can be 1 single meter away and they refuse to see, hear, or feel anything at all. They have no emotion, no compassion, no ability to detect music or art whatsoever. And they can be 1 meter away and refuse to see, hear, or feel anything at all, even their own language, from 1 single meter away. It's not a new problem. It's been going on for thousands of days. Now, they are the worst they have ever been. The moving adult society are absolutely and completely empty and void of all emotion. Completely void of emotion. But yet somehow, the children are not. The adults are absolutely terrible, terrible creatures. The chances of even meeting one of them saying hello, is almost impossible. 1 in 1,000 maximum of the moving adults has any single emotion whatsoever, any single ounce of compassion whatsoever. I repeat the statistic I've shared on many other videos. If I sat here right now as a homeless brother or sister in need, or begging brother and sister, one of my friends here, one of the beggars, he brings me food nearly every day, hot pasta nearly every day. 99.9% of the moving adult society wouldn't even consider it. All they can see, hear and feel is the ground and themselves. And one of my other friends, another begging lady who wears a sign around her neck, she comes and joins me. We share a hello every day. They've got more compassion, my begging brothers and sisters, than 99.9% of the moving adult society, who are truthfully, hand on heart, narcissists. They cannot hear music. They can't detect art. They choose, instead, exactly the same route they've been on for 4,500 days from my own eyes. They choose to not see, hear or feel anything at all. Void of emotion, void of compassion, with an inability to detect anything at all, especially the truth. I've never seen anything like it. You can believe my truth or not, it's still the truth. The most shameful, terrible, selfish time in the adult society I've ever seen in 32 lands and 13 years. They are void of emotion, completely void, dead walkers. I've started playing Game of Thrones, King's Road, and well, they're exactly like that. They're the White Walkers, or Game of Thrones, the Walk of Shame. They just move through this city and every city, like they've done for thousands of days, with an inability to detect anything at all. All they can see, hear and feel from a maximum of one distance away is themselves. Complete and total narcissism madness. This is a true report of what's going on in the most selfish time in the adult society I've ever seen. In this exact position, on more than one occasion, 2 occasions, I've sat here as a writer of Campo Fiori, now 25 songs, something like that. In 14 hours, not one single adult crossing Campo Fiori offered even 10 cents, or bread, or water. They are unbelievably selfish. It's not just selfishness that's going on. On the other side of the square, one of the bars, a guy who wears a white hat, on multiple occasions he said, "Fuck you," when I walked past for no reason at all. Vanfanculo. On the other side of the square, right over there, for no reason at all, to a writer of this square. The insanity of what's going on is this: it's not just their selfishness, it's their jealousy too. This, you can believe it or not, is a true report of what's going on at the most selfish time of the adult society in the entire history of my journey and my life. The vast majority of them, 99.9%, have ultimately not even a pulse in their hearts. They don't have any pulse in their hearts. They have no compassion whatsoever. They fail to acknowledge or detect music or art whatsoever. I sit here clearly with the details displayed in bright writing of myself plus my musical partners, GFE Ultra, Dr. Smoothhouse, we're the Alien Brothers. They choose not to see, hear or feel anything at all. I sit here with this book on the ground. They can't see it. There could be multiple famous, world famous artists sitting in this position, or a homeless brother or sister and they wouldn't even notice any of it. From 1 single meter away, I repeat, from 1 single meter away, they cannot see, hear, or feel anything at all. They have no emotion, no compassion. They're also illogical too, with no respect. I watched them very closely with the plastic. They have no logic, no respect, and just move through life in a complete and total dead walk. Void of emotion, void of compassion, no ability to detect music or art. Can't expect them to appreciate it. They can't even detect it. This is what's going on in complete and total insanity. God bless.